SMT Nation, what is going on? Is your boy the SMT. We got something interesting for you guys today. A little bit of carrier politics here. This, I think, is inevitable. I think it was bound to happen. I didn't know who was going to be the first to do it, but I think this is an indicator as to who's going to be getting involved in Spectrum Auction 110. That would be for the EBS BRS 2.5 gigahertz, the remaining licenses that T-Mobile does not have. So they're probably going to go in pretty hard, but AT&T is going to, shake things up a little bit here. So here are the politics. Now, the concept of this is what's known as a spectrum screen. This is kind of I don't know if you want to call it a filter, if you want to call it a measure. It's a strategy that the FCC has deployed in the attempt to try to retain balance within spectrum holdings in the low band frequencies and the millimeter wave frequencies. We have seen it exercised in those two types of spectrum. All right, so the sub 1 gigahertz, the low band stuff, we've seen them do it there, and then also with millimeter wave recently with the last couple of auctions. Now what AT&T is campaigning for, or I should say petitioning and filing for with the FCC, is take a look at mid-band frequencies and utilize the same strategies of spectrum screening. So to kind of clarify on this, what AT&T is saying is that with their FCC filing is they're trying to incite a detailed introspective view at how much spectrum carriers should be able to acquire through acquisitions and mergers. So this is clearly 100% geared at what T-Mobile has done with the Sprint merger and the acquisition of their assets. That would be all of the PCS, right, the 1.9 gigahertz, and also the 2.5 gigahertz. So T-Mobile has absolutely tons of it. Nobody else compares in terms of spectrum holdings, right? So AT&T is basically saying, hey, FCC, you got to do the same things for mid-band, for low band and the millimeter wave. And they're not wrong. I mean, if you're going to use spectrum screening for low band and the millimeter wave, then it should obviously be deployed for mid-band the same way. So this kind of puts the FCC at notice that AT&T is going to be pushing for this. It's interesting that AT&T is clamoring for competition, considering that they have spent the last 2 centuries basically trying to remove competition. But they're going to do this. It's a bit of a it's a move on their behalf. Just trying to be doing what's best to protect their company's success. In the filing and in the public policy notice, they discuss LTE networks, how 5G is going to rely on this type of attention with spectrum screening. But I think this goes to show you that clearly I think AT&T is going to be involved in the 2.5 gigahertz spectrum auction 110. I think it also lets us know that they're going to play this game. The same situation when we saw T-Mobile with John Leisure and Marcelo in court clamoring in politics and all this. This is going to continue. This is what goes on in the politics side of regulations. Spectrum no different, carriers no different. This is where it's at. I have not heard anything specifically from Verizon, but this is an indication from AT&T. You're probably not going to get a response out of T-Mobile or anything. We'll see how this plays out, but the spectrum auction is up and coming, right? It is happening here very shortly in just a number of weeks. So if anything happens between now and then, if the FCC puts out a notice, if the FCC drops any papers, or public releases, we'll follow up on this. But there you have it, an update from AT&T about T-Mobile having too much spectrum in the mid-band. They're not wrong. Spectrum screens are there for this purpose, right? Acquisitions and mergers allow companies to acquire more assets than they would be allowed to in the actual auctions, right? In the auctions, they say, okay, well, no carrier can have more than 40 megahertz in a specific market of this type of spectrum, those types of things. So the screens hopefully they work, all right? We do want competition. We don't want to see, one carrier getting all the spectrum and such. So this is a great discussion piece. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So you all are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Drop comments down in the comment section and let us know what you think on this topic between AT&T, T-Mobile, and all the spectrum stuff. This is a very, very interesting topic indeed. Anyways, thanks for watching. Do me a solid, like this video and then share it to your socials, share it to your friends, your family, whatever. Appreciate that very much. Go ahead and subscribe for more content and turn on the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. We will see you all in the next video. Peace. Thank you for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a share to all your favorite social media platforms. Thank you in advance for that. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page. We also have the Twitter handle at SneedTech. And do check out the audio-only podcast available on all the major podcast platforms. And if you are new, have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.